Right on, look what's arrived. My new sockets with USB A and C. So I purchased these myself, they haven't been given to me, but I don't know if you remember in one of the other videos I said I wanted to change some of the sockets. So what I want to be changing is that one there, because that's nearest to where I'm going to sit there to enable me to plug my phones in, or any other device to be fair. So this is I got these off Amazon actually. It was quite a good deal. I think it was about £9. There should have been £7 each, but if I bought the two, I got it for £9, something like that. If I can find the link, I'll remember to put it in the video. If I haven't put it in the video, just hit me up in the comments and I'll drop it in, because I'm terrible at forgetting to put links in. All right, here we are then. So the manufacturer, it says B seed. Does it say B seed? Yeah, B seed. Don't be put off by that, because all sockets for the UK have to pass stringent tests before they're allowed to be sold as a UK compatible socket. So just remember that. They all have a British standard, and it's probably printed somewhere, but I'm not here to do that. So here is my 13 amp single socket, and that's just going to be a direct replacement for that one what's on there. So I'm just going to do a little how-to, if you like, on how we're going to change this and put it on the wall, basically. So remember, safety first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch off the sockets to the caravan. And there we have it there, sockets down. I could just trip the full thing out, couldn't I, really? There we go. Oh. Wow, that was a bit tricky than it needed to be. Right, positive drive screwdriver. Or a Phillips, depending on how you roll, really. So let's just get these two out. So behind here, all you've got is a standard drywall box. Now for all you budding electricians out there who are going to say something like, oh, you need to prove dead and all the rest of it. Well, I've just stripped it off. Simple as that. I could put my meter on it if I want. Right, so you can see there, look. It's just like any other socket. Lives, neutrals. Oh, here we go. Yeah, lives, neutrals and earth. Or, if we're anal, line, CPC and neutral. So what all we're going to do is take out, well, that looks a bit rough as that is, doesn't it, in there? There's a moth in there. So what we're going to do is take out the wiring. It is literally just a screw. So do you know what I like to do sometimes is I just take out one at a time and put it back where it needs to in the other end, just so I don't accidentally short it against something else. Them legs are quite long on there. Right, looking into this one then. So the very first one on here is neutral. And then we've got a earth, CPC. And then we've got the line, or live. You know, it's positive drive or flatted. Right, so I'm going to whack the two lives in there. Right, they're a bit long then, because you can see this here. we don't want this exposed copper. You don't want any exposed copper at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip a bit off. Let me just get my snips. Just to prove a point as well. Look, I've got my little meter. So I could go on there, go on there. There you go. And there's nothing coming up, just resistance. Right, back to what I was doing. Snips. That's another one of them things what's growing bloody legs. We'll use these instead. So all I'm going to do is just nip a bit off the end. And they're all going to be the same, aren't they? So we don't want any exposed conductors. Right, so here we go again then. So, neutrals. 1, 2. Don't over tighten them. CPC or earth. What I keep doing, I keep changing screwdrivers just to prove a point that you can use any screwdriver you want, as long as it does the job. And my final 2 wires. The thing about this is what that bloody back box keeps moving. And that's that. So what we can do is take that off there. Take the front cover off. Put that into its place. Not the easiest location. Ow, as you just heard. Stay there. I'll just be mindful that remember this is a caravan wall, it's not plasterboard, it's not brick wall, it's not galvo box. Galvo's not too unique. And before we tighten it up, just make sure it's straight. Right, I slacken that one off a tad, because this has got the slidable end on it. You also see as well, this says it's got an arrow pointing up, so that's not difficult. And then this is just going to push back on. Where's that little groove? What was on it? There it is. So make sure the groove goes to the bottom. And there's that. Right, let's go and flip the power back on. That's what I'll do. Let me just turn that off. And there we have it. So I'll just put my basic tester in. 3 lights. Plug this in. Where's my phone? There we go, 31 minutes to charge it. So there you go, that's as simple as that. And you also see, it's also got a little red indication. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. There. I haven't got a C2C cable, well, not at hand. If I find one, I'll add it into the video. But yeah, so that's as simple as that, to change your caravan plug point.